isn't always a moment where everything suddenly falls apart. Sometimes it happens slowly until one day you realize there's nothing left to hold together. The house hadn't changed. The walls were the same. The rooms were the same. But the air inside it felt heavier. John didn't hide it anymore. Not in front of the children. Not in front of anyone. Are you even listening? His voice cut through the room. Rita stood still, trying to remember what she had done wrong this time. I asked you something. She nodded quickly. I'm sorry, Of course you are. The boys laughed. Not loudly, just enough. Lily looked down. Maria, whose was the housemaid, stood in the corner, silent, watching. It happened more often now. The words were sharper, the silences longer, and sometimes it wasn't just words anymore. A grip too tight, a push just hard enough, always where no one would see. Rita stopped reacting completely, because reacting made it worse. But that night, something was different. The house was quieter than usual. The kind of quiet that doesn't feel safe. You embarrassed me. John's voice was calm, too calm. Rita shook her head slightly. I didn't mean. He stepped closer, too close. You never mean to. The next moment came fast, too fast. Not loud, not dramatic, just final. Rita didn't cry. Not this time. She didn't argue. She didn't explain. She just stood there, and for the first time, she didn't feel confused. She didn't feel guilty. She didn't feel like she had done something wrong. She felt empty, and that was new. Later that night, when everyone had gone to sleep, Rita walked through the house slowly. She paused outside their rooms. Ethan, Noah, Lily. She didn't go in. She just stood there, listening. In the morning, she was again cornered and made vulnerable. But this time, Rita expressed that she had enough. Not loud and clear, but quietly in her mind. She went to her room and started packing John's saw and laughed to her face. Where are you going to go? Huh? Who will take you in? She started to go to her children to pack. But to her dismay and shocking realization, her children sided with their dad. They refused to go with her or take her side. When she looked at them and asked the boys plain old refused. But Lily was quiet, tried to move towards her mom. But then she looked at her brothers and her father and just held back. Rita screamed out of frustration. The very night, Rita visited all her children's bedroom, observed and admired them deeply, kissed them and cried over them, because she knew this might be the last time. She picked up a small bag, not much inside. There wasn't much that belonged to her anyway. And then she walked out. No sound, no goodbye, just gone. Freedom doesn't always feel like relief. Sometimes it feels like loss. Rita had left the house, but she hadn't escaped the life she built inside it. The first night was the quietest she had ever known. Not peaceful, empty, no footsteps, no voices, no one calling out. Mom, Maria gave her a place to stay. A small room, simple, safe. Rita sat there, not knowing what to do with the silence, because for years, her life had been filled with someone needing her. And now, no one did. She didn't cry immediately. It came later, quiet, without sound. The next morning, she made a decision, not for herself, for them. She filed for divorce and asked for custody. She didn't care about the house, the money, the life she had left behind. She only wanted her children. But some fights are decided before they begin. John didn't need to be there. His presence was everywhere. Lawyers spoke for him. Documents spoke for him. And slowly, the story began to change. Rita's past became evidence. Her silence became weakness. Her pain became something no one could prove. And then, the hardest part, her children spoke. Ethan didn't hesitate. We want to stay with our dad. Noah followed. Lily paused just for a moment. But then, she said the same thing. Rita didn't argue. She didn't interrupt. She didn't cry. She just listened, because somewhere inside her, she understood. They weren't choosing him. They were choosing the version of the world they had been taught to believe. The decision came quickly. Too quickly. Custody went to John. Rita was given just enough to survive. 3 months. That was all it took for her life to be rewritten. She tried. After that, birthdays, school gates, a wave, a smile, but every time they looked through her like she wasn't there. And that was when it finally happened. She realized she hadn't just lost her children. She had lost being their mother. Time doesn't heal everything, but it teaches you how to carry what doesn't heal. Rita didn't move far, just enough to start over. A small town, a small house, a small life. But for the first time, it was hers. The mornings were quiet, too quiet sometimes. No footsteps running through the house, no voices calling out to her, just stillness. She worked simple jobs, nothing special, nothing permanent, but it was enough. Enough to eat, enough to live. Her house slowly filled, not with things, but with memories. Pictures, old ones. Ethan as a child, Noah laughing, Lily holding her hand. Moments frozen in time. She kept them everywhere, not to hold on, but because letting go inaccessible. She didn't try to reach them anymore. Not because she didn't want to, but because she had learned some distances cannot be crossed. And then, one day, someone new walked into her life. Not suddenly, not dramatically, just quietly. Steve didn't ask too many questions. He didn't push. He didn't try to fix anything. He just stayed. They talked about small things, everyday things, things that didn't hurt. And for Rita, that mattered more than anything. She didn't fall in love quickly this time. She didn't rush, but slowly she stopped feeling alone. And that felt like enough. Some people learn from their past. Others carry it with them into everything that comes next. Rita didn't rush this time. She didn't fall blindly. She didn't let herself believe too easily. But life has a way of moving forward, whether you're ready or not. When she found out she was pregnant again, the feeling was different, not overwhelming, not sudden, just familiar. She didn't panic. She didn't hesitate. She made a decision. Quietly, she would protect this child, no matter what. She and Steve married, not out of pressure, but out of practicality. It wasn't grand. It wasn't perfect, but it felt stable. And when Oliver was born, Rita didn't just feel love. She felt certainty. This time, she would do it right. She held him closer, watched him longer, stayed near him more than she ever had before. She didn't just love him. She made sure he knew it. "I'm here," she whispered. "I'm not going anywhere." Oliver responded in the only way he could. With trust, with attachment, he reached for her, even when she was right there. And Rita never pulled away. For a while, it felt peaceful again. But peace doesn't always mean safety. It started small. The way Steve spoke when he was tired, the way he withdrew when something bothered him. Nothing obvious, nothing sudden, just familiar. Rita noticed, not because she was afraid, but because she had seen it before. But this time, she didn't question herself. She didn't blame herself. She didn't try to fix him. She focused on one thing, Oliver, because if she had learned anything from everything she had lost, it was this: love should never feel like something you have to survive. Happiness doesn't always announce its ending. Sometimes it ends quietly, without warning. It was their anniversary. Nothing extravagant, nothing overwhelming. Just a simple evening. Steve had planned it. A surprise. Rita didn't question it. She had learned not to question the rare moments that felt easy. The drive was long, quiet. Oliver slept beside her. Small, Peaceful, Rita watched him, smiling softly. For a moment, everything felt normal. Dinner was warm, calm. Steve spoke, gently, almost like before, and Rita allowed herself, just for a moment, to believe it. The drive back was quieter, too quiet. Rita felt it first, not in her thoughts, but in her body. A heaviness. Her eyes struggled to stay open. She blinked slowly, trying to stay awake. Steve, her voice barely formed. No answer. The world faded. When she woke up, nothing made sense. The air was cold. The light was wrong. She tried to move and couldn't. Her hands restrained, her body held in place. Panic came fast. Steve, louder this time. Steve, the door opened, and for a moment, Rita thought she was still dreaming, because standing there was someone she had already left behind. John. He smiled, not warmly, slowly. You really thought, he said quietly. You got away. Rita shook her head, unable to understand. No, this doesn't make sense. And then she saw him behind John, Steve, holding Oliver, calm, unmoved. Help me. Rita's voice broke. Steve, please. He didn't move. He smiled, not kindly. I'm home now, he said. And in that moment, Rita understood everything. The kindness, the patience. It wasn't real. It was never real. The worst kind of pain isn't always physical. Sometimes it comes from the people you would never expect it from. Rita didn't understand at first. Not fully. She kept looking at John, then at Steve, trying to make sense of something that refused to make sense. Why? The word barely left her lips. John smiled, not kindly. You embarrassed me, he said. You thought you could walk away, like none of it mattered. Rita shook her head, tears forming now. I didn't, I just. You don't get to decide that. The door opened again, and this time, it wasn't him. It was them. Ethan, Noah, Lily. Rita's breath caught. Ethan. Her voice broke. Noah, Lily. For a moment, she smiled, not because she wasn't afraid, but because they were there. It's okay, she whispered. It's okay, I'm here. Ethan laughed, a short, empty laugh. You really don't get it, do you? Rita froze. Noah stepped closer. Dad told us everything, he said. Lily didn't move. She just watched. You left us, Ethan said. Rita shook her head desperately. No, I didn't. You left. The words landed harder than anything else. And for the first time, Rita realized she couldn't reach them anymore. She didn't scream. She didn't fight. She just looked at them the same way she used to when they were small, but they didn't look back the same way. Some choices don't feel like choices. They feel like survival. Rita stopped asking questions. She stopped resisting, not because she gave up, but because she understood what she would lose if she didn't. Oliver, that was all that mattered now. They didn't need to threaten her. They didn't need to explain anything. The condition was clear, without being spoken. Stay, obey, and you can see him. So she stayed, not as a wife, not as a mother, just someone who lived in the house without belonging to it. The days became routine. Cleaning, cooking, moving quietly, so no one noticed her more than necessary. The house was the same, but her place in it was not. She avoided eye contact, spoke only when spoken to, learned how to exist without being seen. But every moment she could, she found him. Oliver, she held him close, longer than she needed to. He reached for her, even when others held him, and she never turned away. If there was food, something better, she gave it to him first. If there was comfort, she made sure he felt it, even when she didn't. And slowly, something changed again. Not in her, in Lily. She started watching differently, not with distance, but with understanding, because no matter what she had been told, what she saw didn't match it. And for the first time, someone in that house began to see Rita as she really was.